Yacine, we have another startup that we are very eager to hear.
Yeah, Astran. Astran.
Astran.
Yeah, actually, I'm going on stage. Yahya, Jarraya. Under all applause, please.
Hello.
Thank you. Ça va? You can have a seat. You can take your mic. So, first question. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, actually. Happy to be here again.
Not the first time in
Not the first
VivaTech.
time, but I like it. The same energy each
Yeah.
year, like it's
And
continuing
it's just the
non-stop.
beginning. It's going up every hour.
Exactly.
First question. You see me
Go ahead.
coming. What do you guys do at Astran?
So at Astran, we have been listening this morning about like attacks, cyber attacks, and companies how they can resist to that. And actually, you may have two options that you have to use them at the same time. You have to defend yourself, but at the same time, if there is a breach and it comes in, what is your last things there that can save you? And this is what we do at Astran. It's what we call the continuity of activity, in a way that if you have a big major IT crisis, the business still continue and never stops.
Same question as for Ivan. If I were a 5-year-old child,
This
give me
one,
a use case that I could understand.
this one is difficult, Andre. Very difficult. So let's say you have a multiple of toys as a kid of 5 years, and you have some of them that they are your preferred one. Okay, so you have a magic robot. This is Astral. That in any cases, if there is a bad guy coming and breaking your toys, they will repair only your favorite toys. Like this, you can always continue playing and never stop playing. So you just change the toys with servers, computers. You change the magic robot with Astran, and they have the same, let's say, approximation.
Is it the concept of like minimum viable product? It would be like,
Very good.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah, I do come from this ecosystem.
It's a very good approach. Basically, what happens in 2020 with the COVID, everybody has to stay at home and has to rethink about how they can continue do their job, but on a survival approach, which means you have to focus on your core businesses, understand what are the core applications and data, and with that, you can build the minimum viable company.
So you go from the output from at the end of the chain to come back to the inputs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Excellent. You mentioned two things. You mentioned that you were specialized in data resilience
Uh-huh.
and security.
Yes.
So can you explain? Like security, it's like to prevent, but resilience is like to make sure that the data is accurate and protected.
So let me say it in different manner, but you have
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have it.
You'll say it way better than I do.
I am diplomatic now. So basically, the security side of it is you are sure that only legitimate people can access authorized information. This is security in a simple manner.
Okay.
Resilience is whatever happens, you have always access to that services and information.
It's the access or the accuracy of this
Yeah,
information.
I will say it's more the access. The accuracy is maybe more part of the security side of it.
Okay.
So with the resilience, you are expecting to have something that is always on whatever is happening around us, whatever the context is. So if there is an interruption, if there is an earthquake, if there is a fire, if there is a cyber attack, whatever the crisis, it's still available.
You know that I did some researches on Google, and you
Oh,
were mentioned as one of the champ in cybersecurity in France.
we love that.
I want to know what's the secret sauce?
So secret sauce. I think we brought
No
something.
competition is looking at us. No.
Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about them. I think that we are bringing something new to answer to an acceleration of those cyber crises, and we find a new way for doing it. And maybe this is the attraction that we have. So basically, if you want to secure something, here is a question: what you should do? You are going to encrypt it. If you encrypt it, you have an encryption key. What are
Okay.
you going to do with this encryption key? It becomes the sensitive information, isn't it? You are
You
going
need
to
to
store
store
it,
it.
you are going to lose it, you have to protect it anyway. And this is bringing the pain of the security side. So what we thought, and this is our innovation, is how we can invent something that brings security and resilience without the need of the keys.
So I was about to say the word is cloud. You operate only on the cloud.
Only on the cloud. It can be a private or public cloud, but we push very hard on the public one right now. And via this keyless approach, we have things that are very easy to use, very
Mhm.
simple to put in place, but with a huge impact on the security and the resilience side.
We all know that, like, you consider yourself as a deep tech startup. It's like tech that takes quite some time to develop. And I did my researches. I've seen so
Okay.
many big accounts that you mentioned on your website. Question is very like business wise. How did you manage to get in touch with them? What's like the sales cycle? And maybe like, yeah, what was the key thing that made you sign all those deals? Obviously, you're
There
gonna
is
say the best
there
product.
is no key. No, I'm joking. So basically what we are bringing to those big companies is again the resilience, but if you translate it in business words, it means if you have a major crisis and you have to survive between 22 days to 90 days of interruption of your IT,
Hmm.
that means a lot of money for a company. That means the image of the company. That means your customers losing trust or quitting or churning or whatever. And big companies, they have enough maturity to think about that. And even less big companies, they are thinking about it because it's a matter of surviving, actually. So it's not a luxury thing to have, it's a mandatory thing to
It's
have.
like to maintain your market share, I would say. And correct me if I'm wrong, but signing a new client costs way more than keeping a client.
For sure.
Okay,
For sure.
units.
So then after that, when we discuss with the big companies, we have two kind of approaches. We have the one coming from the C-level and the executives.
Okay,
They see risk, money, continuity of activity,
so like top-down approach.
and we have more the IT side, which they trying to figure out how to solve in an easy manner, an elegant manner, the needs of the business of continuity of activity.
But actually, like that's one question. So I guess the use cases is like all around the company, but who are the interlocutor? Like the real person that understands your tech. Is it obviously an IT person?
So to validate the technology side and the cyber side and the resilience side, definitely it's the IT
Okay.
folks of the company. But the needs itself, it can be coming from the head of risk, the head of. Here's an example, actually, a very short one. There is a CFO that has been looking around him, and the other companies, his competition, has been struck very hard by ransomware, and they said we don't want to have that because we know the impact.
Okay.
So basically, what we want to do, we want to continue our activity. What is my continuity as a construction? Is paying the suppliers, is paying the workforce, and I said twice the word pay. So those three things, I want them to be available at any time, no matter what. So this is what we do for them. But for sure, it's not the CFO that selected the product technologically speaking, but
Okay.
the CIO did
So,
that.
but the need is from the CFO, and the way to do it.
Is the CIO.
Okay.
And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, the continuity of the activity, it's a business, it's a all company problem. It's not the CIO problem or security problem. It's the full company problem.
As an entrepreneur, I wanted to ask you. You've worked with one of the entity of BNP. I'm going to talk about why the We Are Innovation Incubator, accelerator. Sorry. What's like what did they bring? Is it money? Is it support? Is it like connection?
So it's a bit of everything, I would say, what you mentioned. The good part of it is I have it in front of me. I have to say good things. So
She's the big boss of the Y, that's why.
the good things that we have, and it's not to say that there are bad things that we have is first of all the sharing of the experience between the startup that are in the way, but also people that they bring to us for sharing their return of experience. The other thing is how they open door internally inside the BNP group. It's a huge group. And the other elements are things about awareness and visibility. And thank you again. This is how we are here today also. So on multiple, let's say, paths or way for looking at it, we have multiple helps from way at BNP. And we like also the human side of it.
Ah, of course. He's saying that once again because someone is in front of him. But I guess Alexandra we will talk later. Actually, does that help signing big accounts, big clients, having that Y, so We Are Innovation or BNP logo?
Actually, it's a matter of discussion more than helping to sign, because they would they would love to understand what BNP is doing with startups and how they are bringing innovation, at least external innovation. And with that, they are asking questions on, okay, what are they doing for you? Do they put money inside the company? Like almost the same question that you asked. And it's also a way to say, hey, we are in the middle of Paris in a very nice place. We can go out and have. So yeah, they see the good part of it, let's say.
Yeah, great rooftop. I can confirm that.
True.
Um, how do you see the future as an entrepreneur? Is it for Astran or just for yourself, for the ecosystem?
So
First of all, optimistic or pessimistic?
I think they go both together. I would say let's gather around all the buzzwords that we heard those late, let's say 5 years between the blockchain, the AI, the quantum computing, and all of those. If you put them together, the objective is to bring to a human an augmentation in a way where our life will become easier and have more accessible services, and all the complexity will be hidden behind those new technologies coming in. Especially they are each one going on the side, but they will go back together at one time, and we will have these advantages, all of them together.
Okay.
And why is it also a bit pessimistic? Because with all of those together, it will bring also more sophisticated attacks or more sophisticated problems that we need to solve. So it's like nuclear energy or whatever other things like this. There is always a good side and a bad side, but I have faith in humankind. It's going to be good at the end.
Well, actually, we were going to have like a conference on that. That basically tech helps reinforce the security, but also innovation brings new breaches, right? And new
Exactly.
risks.
Exactly.
It's coming to an end, but I'm still having my last few questions.
Go ahead.
VivaTech 2024 edition. Oh, first of all, is it the first time for you here
No, actually, not. It's not the first time. We have been participating to VivaTech the past 4 years. So we kind of
with BNP?
not with BNP, with some others that are present
Let's
here.
not mention them.
No, because here is the best place to be for sure, and I mean it. But yeah, it's always the same approach. Every year we have new innovation coming in and kind of doing a competition between each other. So at the first time we have some robots not moving at all in some booths. Now they are moving around everywhere. It's like a
Yeah,
kind
they
of
bring coffee on the stand.
they bring coffee on and they can take also the empty cup afterwards. Yeah, yeah, here it is.
So if you had to keep one word to describe this edition, what would it be?
So I think the innovation side of VivaTech is also resilient. It's always innovation year after year, and with every year you say, okay, now we reached the maximum. No, there is still more for the year after, and so on. So just trying to play also with the resilience word with Astran. I think I will take this one.
Resilience it is. Thank you very much,
Thank
Yahya.
you.
Thanks.